This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about creating our own Salesforce account and how to create our own free developer edition. We have discussed and what are the various steps involved upon creating a new Salesforce account. We have discussed which can be accessible lifetime without any expiration dates. We have discussed. And then we have discussed how can we log in into our Salesforce account from next time onwards. We have discussed by using login.salesforce.com. And then we have discussed about how can we check our organization details. Once a new Salesforce organization has been created, then how can we verify our organization details like the name of our organization and the time zones, the default language, the default currency, and the server number in which the memory has been reserved, ID of our organization type, all these details we have verified by using company information link. And then we have discussed there are two types of user interfaces are available as part of Salesforce account. First one, classic. Second one, lightning. So we have two types of user interfaces are available. First one, classic user interface, which has been introduced by Salesforce in the year 2000. And the lightning experience has been introduced by Salesforce in the year 2015 to make our Salesforce account, to make our Salesforce applications and the features can be accessible through the mobile apps. Because nowadays, usage of mobile apps are very high. Everybody is accessing the features, everybody is performing their own transactions through mobile apps. It may be banking transactions also, financial transactions also. It may be like as accessing any other applications, media related applications, entertainment applications, gaming also, technology also, anything we are operating through mobile apps. So that to make our Salesforce applications can be accessible through mobile app, Salesforce introduced Lightning Experience in the year 2015. Then how can we go to this Salesforce account? How to see this classic user interface? How to see this Lightning user interface? Okay, we have discussed. Now, so whenever we are joining into any real-time organization, we should be aware of both classic, Lightning, both. Because still 40% of the applications are running on classic. Because from 2000 to 2015, for 15 years of time, we are having purely classic user interface. During this 15 years of time, so many people has built their own applications by using the features available at that time. By using classic user interface, they have built so many features. So now still the people are continuing with that same features. Slowly the people are migrating from classic to Lightning experience nowadays to make our applications can be accessible from mobile apps. So whenever you are joining into any organization, they will be allocating the project to you. So that project may be classic or Lightning, we don't know. So at that time, we have to adapt. We have to go with that project. We have to work on that. We can't say no. Because we can't say no to the project manager, boss, I will work on only Lightning, I don't want to work on classic. We can't say no. We need to work on both the features. So in this case, as a developer or as an administrator, we should be aware of both classic user interface, Lightning user interface, both we should be aware of. So for that reason, what we will do is for the first four sessions, we'll go with that classic part. Okay, from today onwards, we'll see how to use that classic user interface only for four sessions, not more than that. From the rest of the complete features with a Lightning experience. Because Initially, Salesforce has introduced classic user interface. As part of that classic user interface, we have so many features are available. So in 2015, Salesforce introduced this Lightning experience by introducing that same classic features in Lightning also. But the thing is, still some features are not available in Lightning experience. But those are there in Classic. In Classic, we have those features, but in Lightning experience, still those features are not available. Maybe in upcoming releases, Salesforce will introduce those features as part of Lightning experience. At that time, what needs to be done? If you want to use that feature, but that is not there in Lightning, but that is available in Classic. So we have to go back to Classic, implement the feature, and then we have to utilize in Lightning experience. Only the user interface is different. Backend functionality, everything is same, no change at all here. Okay, now, so in this case here, we don't want to spend much time on Classic, only 4 sessions. From today onwards, we'll see how to use that Classic user interface, how to customize those features. We'll see for 4 sessions, and then we'll migrate back to that Lightning experience. Okay, clear? Now, let's see. So now tell me here, how can we log in into my Salesforce org now? What is that URL? HTTPS
Login at Salesforce.
login.salesforce.com. Right. Now we have to specify the username and the password here. Specify the username and the password. I'm giving my username and the password here. Click on remind me later. Now, before going to work on this, so now have you done with that Salesforce account creation? All of you have done? Anybody still pending?
Yes,
No, sir.
we done
Okay,
with
created.
Salesforce account creation.
Now, any difficulty? No, right?
No.
Now,
No.
so now let's see. So if anybody is not yet created the Salesforce account, okay, please spend some time today, create the Salesforce account. It won't take more than 1 minute, hardly maximum 1 minute of time, that's it. Okay. If anybody is not yet done, try to create that Salesforce account by today at least. By tomorrow, everybody should have your own Salesforce account. Okay, because we are entering into practical part. Okay, now. So now, right now, we are using this Lightning experience. Then how can we go back to the classic user interface? Now let's see. You know, how can we go to that? On the top right corner, we have profile icon. On the top right corner, we have this profile icon. Click on this profile icon. Now search for the option, switch it to Salesforce Classic. There is an option called as switch it to Salesforce Classic. That means we can switch from Lightning to Classic. Now, here we can raise a question. Sir, Salesforce has introduced that classic features into Lightning. Still, why they are providing this classic user interface also? Why? Because in classic, whatever the features are available, those features are there in Lightning. But still, some features are pending. Still, some features are not yet available in Lightning, but those are there in classic part, but those are not available still in Lightning. Slowly, Salesforce is implementing those features. So maybe in upcoming releases after 3 months, after 6 months, or after 1 year, those features also will be providing by Salesforce as part of Lightning. Now, so now once all the features has been converted from classic to Lightning, then Salesforce will decommission the classic part over here. From there, you will be having only Lightning experience. But for the next 7 to 8 years, Salesforce won't decommission this classic part here because so many applications are available. So many applications are available still are running on classic part. Because for 15 years of time, the people have spent the time with the classic user interface. So many applications they have built till now. So slowly they're migrating from classic to lightning. Let them complete that part here. So that Salesforce has given that almost a 7 to 8 years of time. Till that time, classic part will be available as it is here. Okay, now, so whenever we are joining into any organization, we should be aware of both classic and lightning both. Okay, now, so let's go back to that Salesforce Classic mode. Click on switch it to Salesforce Classic. Now, So this is the Salesforce classic user interface that we have. Now, so let me give you the overview of this Salesforce classic user interface. Let me explain each and every feature once, and then I will show you how to customize each and every feature one by one. I will show you with the practical. Okay, now. So let's come to the overview of this Salesforce classic user interface first. We should be aware of what features are available, where it is available, what is the use of each and every feature, how to use them. We'll see one by one. Okay, now. So let me give you the overview first. Now, so on the top left corner, we are having this image. We are having this image. So when you observe this image, there are two images are available inside that. Okay, there are two images are available. There is a Salesforce image is available here. It's a Salesforce image. Now this image is indicating what? This image is indicating this application has been built by Salesforce.com organization. It is indicating the logo of the organization who built this application. So the Salesforce logo is indicating this application has been built by Salesforce.com organization. Now, so what is this second image indicates? Hmm. Updated? No, don't say version, because I already told you in the previous session, in Salesforce there is no versions available here, purely releases. Now, what is the current release of Salesforce? What is the current release? Winter 23. Okay, the current release is Winter 23 here. Now, so this is the current release image. Okay, this is the current release image here. Now, this image is indicating the current release image of Salesforce. Now, so in this case, you can raise a question. Sir, will Salesforce will provide a separate image for each and every release? Yes. For every release, for winter, for spring, for summer, for each release, Salesforce is providing a separate image. For winter, this is the image. For summer, a different image. For the spring, a different image will be available. So that here, this is Salesforce image will be always so fixed as part of classic user interface. On the top left corner, this is Salesforce image will be always so fixed, and then this current release image will be keep on changing by Salesforce. Depends upon the current release, depends upon the release name. It may be winter, it may be spring, it may be summer. Salesforce is keep on changing that image here. Okay, clear? So now, next one. And then we have a global search engine. So this is the search box. So now this is a global search engine which has been given by Salesforce, which is used to search for the required content inside your Salesforce org. Inside your Salesforce org, to search for the required information, we are using the help of this global search. Next one, switch to Lightning experience. Then, what do you mean by this option? What is the use of this? I told you in the previous session.
You can
This is
convert.
navigating back to Lightning experience. Okay, in order to move back from classic to Lightning, we are using the help of this switch to Lightning experience. Okay, now the next one, it is indicating the currently logged in user name. Okay, it is indicating currently logged in user name. Upon creating the Salesforce account, I have given the first name as a training, last name as batch. So it is indicating the currently logged in username is a training batch user. Now from here, if you want to sign out from your account, just you can click on this currently logged in username. Here we are having this option called as logout. If it is a Lightning experience, on the top right corner, you will be having the profile icon. From that profile icon, we are having logout option. As part of Classic, we can go to the currently logged in username. From there, you will be having a small menu item called as logout. Next. After that, here we are having setup menu. In order to see the setup options, when you observe the Lightning experience, there you are having a gear icon is available over there. Okay, there was a gear icon which is indicating the setup menu, but here just they are giving that word like a setup. In order to see this setup menu options, we are using this setup menu here. Once you click on this setup menu, in the left panel, we can see those setup menu options over here. Upon click on this setup menu, in the left panel, we can see all those setup menu options are available here. These are the various options are available over here. So these are the various options are available. Now, next one. We are having this help documents. If you want to get some help related to Salesforce, if you want to know some information about a particular feature, we can go to that Salesforce online help documents also by using this help menu. Okay. Now, the next one, app launcher. This is called as app launcher. If it is the lighting experience, in the top left corner will be having that icon. There is a waffle icon is available here, which is having some dot symbols, like as which will show your applications over there here in lighting experience. Now that is called as app launcher. Now as part of this classic, we are having the app launcher at the top right corner here. This is called as app launcher, which will be representing all the applications available inside your Salesforce org. Inside your Salesforce org, what applications are available, we can able to see those application names over there. Now it is indicating those applications. These are the various applications that we have in Salesforce. We have sales application, service application, marketing, app launcher, community, site.com, Salesforce charter, all tabs, and the content. These are the various built-in applications given by Salesforce here. Sales application, service, marketing, app launcher, community, site.com, Salesforce charter, content, and then all tabs. So these are the various built-in applications has been given by Salesforce. If you want to access this sales application, just you can select sales. As soon as whenever I'm selecting this sales application related features will be getting visible to you, okay, on this tab bar over here. If you want to access the service application, just you can select service. So the service application related features will be getting visible here. If you want to access marketing application, select that marketing. Automatically, marketing application features will be visible to you over here. If you want to see the app launcher, select the app launcher. Whatever the applications are available, those application names we can able to see it over here. These are the various applications are available inside this. Okay. If you want to go to that application, just you can click on this application name, sales. Now we can directly jump into the sales application over here. So by using this app launcher, we can able to see what applications available inside my Salesforce org. So what applications Salesforce has given in the past by default, what applications we have built in the past, everything we can see as part of this list. In this list, we can see all the application names which has been given by Salesforce by default and which we have created in the past also. In the past, if we created any application, those application names also will be visible inside this list itself here. From there, just we can select the application name and we can access it directly. Okay, clear? Now, let's see. So now let's come to these options here. Now, whenever I'm selecting this sales application, now on this tab bar, there is a tab bar is available here. There is a tab bar is available. On this tab bar, it is showing so many tabs over here, like home tab, charter tab, campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities, forecasts, contracts, orders, cases, solutions, products, like this here. Now tell me, do you know these words? Do you heard about these words?
Yes.
Yes. During the CRM concept, we have discussed about these words. We know what exactly a campaign, what exactly a lead, what exactly account, contact, opportunity, case, solution, order, product. Like that, we have discussed so many terminology over here. Those are called as what? Objects. Those are called as objects. Object mean what in the real world? What is that object means?
Tables.
In our general world, what we can call? In
Tables.
CRM, we are calling it as object. In our general world, we are calling it as Table. Okay, tables. That's it. Okay, we are calling it as table. So tables in the sense objects in Salesforce. In our real world, we are calling it as table. As part of CRM, we are referencing it as object. Okay, now. So now here in this case, observe this one. When you observe these words, campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities, forecast, contracts, orders, cases, solutions, products. That means all are in plural format. But while discussing about this terminology, we have discussed about the Salesforce objects here. Now, let me go back to the object names over there, which we have discussed in the previous session. Now, tell me these object names are in plural format or singular format here? Singular format here. Like a simply campaign, lead, account, contact, opportunity, case, solution. These are in the singular words. But when you observe this a tab, it is indicating each and every tab name in plural format. Then in this case here, what exactly an object, what exactly a tab? What a tab indicates basically here. What do you mean by a tab? And then what exactly a tab, what we can do with the help of these tabs over here, and how to customize the tabs on this tab bar. Now let's see practically here. Okay, clear? Now object names are in singular format, tab names are in plural formats are available. Then why this kind of differentiations here? Why Salesforce is following this kind of notation? Then what exactly an object represents, what exactly a tab, what is the difference between these two? Now let's see one by one. Okay, now let's see. Now let's see what exactly a tab, what it represents over here. Let's see the concept of tabs. Now, so let me explain the concept first. Then I will give the notes also here, and then I will be explaining practical concept also to you. Don't worry. Now, Salesforce has given so many objects to us because object means tables where exactly we can store our business data. It may be sales data, service data, marketing data, banking data, finance data, anything. We are using the applications for what? To manage our application specific data. To manage our business specific data, we are using those applications. Then where the data will store inside the object. Object means tables. Data will be always stored in the form of tabular structure. Now, for example, assume that I have an organization. I have an organization. In my organization, okay, we are offering so many products. We are offering so many products to the customers. Every day, so many customers are visiting my organization. They're purchasing various products. Every day, so many customers are visiting my organization. They're purchasing so many products, whatever they need. As an organization, it is my responsibility. I need to collect all the customers' data I want to store somewhere here. So that in future, I would like to contact with those people, like to collect some feedback, to conduct some survey. Suppose if you're introducing any new discounts tomorrow because of the fifth anniversary of our organization, or because of some new year, because of some festival seasons, if you're offering some discounts, then we can give this information to all the people so that those people also can visit your organization. They can buy some more number of products so that they can save some money. We can generate some huge revenue also. So for that reason, I would like to store all my customers' data. In order to store my customers' data, I would like to have a customer object. That means customer object means customer table here. Now, so now let's see, this is my object here. So this is my customer object. That means customer table. In this customer table, I'm having few columns. Like as there is a customer code or the customer ID, name of the customer over here, contact number of the customer, and the email ID of the customer here. These are the four field columns are available. Now, so this is the customer object. Object means table. As part of this customer object, I'm having few columns because table contains columns. Now we are having customer code, customer name, and the phone number and the email ID. I'm indicating email ID. So these are the columns available inside my customer object. So customer object contains these four columns: customer code or customer ID, anything, name, phone number, email ID. These are the columns are available. Now my table is ready. So once the table is ready, what we can do in this table? We can do some operations. What operations? We can insert some new records. We can modify existing records. We can delete some unnecessary records. We can view the records whatever we have inside this table. So once the table is ready, inside the table we can perform the various operations on the records. Those are called as DML operations. DML means a data manipulation language. DML stands for data manipulation language. Data means records. Data means records. Manipulations in the sense performing some operations on the records, like inserting the record, updating the record, deleting the records, view the records. These are nothing but operations. So we can perform some operations on the data with the help of data manipulation language. So once the table is ready, in that table, we can insert some new records, we can modify the existing records, we can remove some unnecessary records from the table, and we can view the records whatever we have. So these are few operations we can do. Now tell me, how can we do that operation? How to insert a new record inside my organization? Assume that today a new customer has visited. Assume that he is a new customer over here. He visited my organization. This is the first time the customer is visiting my organization. Now I would like to collect his data. I want to store inside my table. How? How can we store? Hmm. Then how can we
By
create this record here? Do I need to write some piece of code to insert some records? No. I'm just a salesperson. But I'm just a salesperson. I'm a business person. I know how to run the business, how to capture the customers, how to generate the revenue, but I don't know how to write the code to insert the record. As a technical guy or as a developer, I know how to write the code, but this application is not using by myself. This application is using by my HR people, or my business people, or my sales people, my service people, or my like as marketing people. Those people are using this application. So those people are not technical people. Those are business people. They know how to run the business, but they don't know how to write the code by using that Salesforce. So in this case, what we can do? How those people can
They'll have
insert some
tabs.
records? How those people can able to modify, delete, view the records? For that one, we need to provide some user interfaces, right? Yes, we need to provide some user interfaces here. Now, so in this case, what needs to be done? I need to design a user interface. Like for example, I want to design a user interface like this. I want to design a user interface. Here I'm indicating some labels also. Now I'm indicating enter customer code, enter customer name, contact number, enter email address. These are the data over here. These are some text boxes I would like to represent on my screen, because my business people can use this user interface and they can manage the records inside this object domain. I'm placing the text boxes. I'm placing some text boxes over here. So here I'm placing two buttons also. First one, save button. Second one, cancel button. Okay, save button and cancel button. Now here what needs to be done? How can we create the new record? Just you can go to that screen. You can go to the screen, enter some data inside this customer code, customer name, and the contact number, and then email ID. After entering the data, once you click on save button, with this data, it will be creating a new record inside my table. That means what? As a developer, I know how to write the code. I'm a developer. I know some programming languages. I know how to write the code to manage the data, but other people can't do that programming. Other people can't write that. So for that reason here, we need to design some user interfaces over here. We have to design some user interfaces. Now, come to a small scenario here. For example, assume that I want to perform some bank transaction. Okay, I want to perform some bank transaction. So in order to perform the bank transaction, I'm visiting the bank branch. I went to the bank branch. Okay, I'm depositing some money today. Inside the bank, we are having so many bank employees are available. Now tell me, those people know how to write the code? No. Those people don't know how to write the code. Those are not developers. Those people simply the business people. They know how to run the business, how to capture the customer, how to do the customer's transaction. They know that. That's what here they're having user interface. Once they click on the new button, form will be getting opened. They will enter the data. They will click on save button. Record will be created. They will manage the data through mouse clicks. But they're not writing any code because those are not developers. Like the similar way here also, the application we are not building for our own. That the application we are building for our customers, our partners, our employees. They are going to using this application so that here the people don't know how to write that code. That's what we are going to be writing some. I'm designing some user interface. So this is a user interface. User interface means screen. User interface means screen. So the people can go to this screen and they can enter some data inside the text box. They will click on save button here. Okay, so that automatically record will be created here. Now, clear up to this one? Now, let's see. So now in order to insert the record, we have designed one user interface to insert the record. We have designed one graphical user interface. Graphical user interface means what? Which contains some visual appearance controls, text boxes, buttons, everything is available. Now, this is for only for insert. Now, what about update? I need one more user interface, right, to modify the data because sometimes customer is changing his email ID, customer is changing his contact number also. Then I need to update the data. For that one, I need one more user interface. So that here I would like to design one more graphical user interface. One more graphical user interface. This is for what? Update. Update. Now, next one. Sometimes I want to remove some records. There are some unused records are available. I would like to delete. In this case, what needs to be done? To delete the records also, we need one more graphical user interface. We need one more graphical user interface, which is used to delete the records from the table. Whatever the unused records are available or unnecessary records, we can remove with the help of a separate user interface. Sometimes I want to see how many customers has visited today my sales for my organization. Okay, how many customers has visited? I would like to know. For that one, I would like to have one more user interface here, graphical user interface. So this is for view. That means what? To insert the record, we require one user interface. To update the record, one user interface. To delete the record, one more user interface. To view the records, one more user interface. So, four user interfaces are required. That means multiple user interfaces are required. Now, in order to manage the records inside this table, we require these many number of user interfaces. Now, the combination of all these user interfaces, the combination of all these user interfaces is called as a tab. This is called as a tab. Okay, this is called as a tab. So, what do you mean by tab? Tab provides a collection of graphical user interfaces. One or more user interfaces are a collection of graphical user interfaces are the screens through which we can manage the records inside this object. With the help of this tab, we can perform all the DML operations on your object records. DML operations in the sense we can insert some records, we can update some records, we can delete some records, we can view the records, we can restore the deleted records. Everything we can do with the help of this tab. We no need to write any code, just by using this mouse clicks we can able to do that here. That facility is available as part of this tab. Okay, now. So now tell me in this case. Now, by using this tab, we can insert some records. Initially, what I will do, I will go to this tab, I will click on new button. I want to create a new record. Once I click on new button, a form has been opened. I will enter some data inside this text box. I'm saving the record. Next, one more customer is visited. What can I do? Create one more customer record. Then again click on new button, enter the new customer's data, click on save button. And then one more new customer is visited. What we can do? Same. Click on new button and then enter the third customer data, click on save. That means how many records we can create? Only one or multiple? Multiple. Record by record, record by record, record by record we can create. Multiple records we can create. Now, by using this update user interface, initially we can update one record, and then we can update one more record, and then we can update one more record. Like that, multiple records we can update. By using this delete user interface, initially we can remove one record. From and then one we can remove one more record, and then we can remove another record also, like as multiple. By using this view user interface, we can see all the records also. That means what? With the help of this user interfaces, we are managing multiple records. We can insert multiple records. We can update multiple records. We can delete multiple records. We can view multiple records. So multiple means what? Singular or plural now? Plural. So now here in this case, Salesforce
Plural.
is providing the tab name as plural format. What is the object name here? What is the object name? Customer. Now, in this case, it is giving the tab name as
Customers.
Customers. Okay, plural format. Why? Because this tab provides the various user interfaces. Through these user interfaces, we can manage multiple records inside your object. Not only one, multiple records we can manage inside that object. Multiple means plural. So that here Salesforce is following the notation. So object name is in singular format, tab name is in plural format over here. Understood the concept here? This is the notation followed by Salesforce. Now, for example, I have the object, okay, I have an object with the name account. So what is the tab name now?
Accounts.
Accounts. I have an object contact. What is the tab name now?
Contacts.
Contacts. I have the object case. Tab name cases. I have the object opportunity. Opportunities. Okay. I have the object product. Products. That's it. Simple concept here. So this is the naming convention Salesforce used to follow here. If anybody asks why Salesforce is maintaining this kind of differentiation, because just by looking into the name itself, we can understand here. Is it object or is it tab? Object means what? Simply table. Tab means what? User interfaces here. Okay, tab means user interfaces. This is the difference. Okay, understood the difference between object and tab? Object means simply table which contains rows and columns inside that. It's a structure. Now, tab means what? It provides a group of user interfaces, screens through which we can manage the records inside your object here. In order to manage the records inside the table, we require some screens. Those collection of screens will be called as a tab. Okay? Now, understood the concept now? Now, let's see. Let's go back to our practical part. So now here we are having this tabs are available. We have campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities. Like that here, every tab name is visible in the form of plural format. Okay? Now, So now tell me, by using this campaigns tab, what objects data we can manage now? By using this campaigns tab, what records we can manage? What object records here?
Campaign.
Campaign.
Campaign object records here. So if you want to create some new campaign records, then we can click on campaigns tab. If you want to store some lead records, or if you want to manage the lead records, then leads tab. So leads tab is used to manage the records inside your lead object. Now, if you want to store your customers' data, then we can use account. So we can able to manage the records inside your account object. If you want to manage the case records, then cases tab here. So we can manage the records inside that case object. That is a functionality. That's it. Okay. Clear? Now. So now let's see how can we define this tab. When coming to the tab is nothing but a collection of graphical user interfaces which can be used to manage the records inside your object. Because as part of Salesforce CRM, Salesforce has given so many objects to us by default, which are used to store your CRM related data, to store your sales data, marketing data, service data, banking data, finance data, whatever, we require some objects. Once the tables are ready to manage the records inside these objects, we require the tabs. Salesforce is following a notation. Object names will be always in singular format. Tab name will be in plural format here. Because just by looking into the name itself, we can understand is it object or is it tab. If it is in singular, that will be object. If it is in plural, that will be tab name here. That's it. Easy identification. For that reason, they have given this kind of identifications over here. Now, as part of this sales application, in order to manage your sales related data, these are the various objects we are using over here. Generally, as part of your sales, we are using the campaigns also, lead records also. We are converting the leads as our customers. We are generating account records, contacts, and opportunities. We are going to be storing some products information, orders information, contracts, and everything as well here. Okay. So Salesforce is providing all these tabs on your tab bar by default. So whatever the tabs are required to manage the records inside your object, those tabs will be visible on the tab bar. But in this case, here it is showing a small plus symbol here. What is the plus symbol is indicating? Whatever the tabs are visible on this tab bar, these are the only tabs that we have in our Salesforce are? No. Not only these tabs, we have so many tabs are available, but we are unable to display all the tabs on the tab bar because of lack of the space. Because we don't have that much of space to represent all the tabs on the tab bar. So because there is no space is available, always we reach to that end of the browser over here. There is no space is available. That's what we are unable to show all the tabs. If you want to see those tabs, then click on plus symbol. As soon as once you click on this plus symbol, it will represent all the tabs over here. These are the various tabs are available, which we are having as part of our application. Now tell me, is it possible to accommodate all these tab names inside this tab bar? No, that's not possible here. So in this case here, Salesforce is providing the plus symbol. Boss, not only these tabs as part of your sales application, we have few more tabs are also available, but we are unable to show because of the lack of the space. So now please click on plus symbol and we can see the remaining tabs. Okay, clear? Now here in this case, you can raise a question. Sir, what are the tabs that we have on this tab bar? Can we customize them? Some of the tabs I don't want. I don't want this a charter tab. I don't want this a forecast. I don't want this a contract. I don't want this orders. I don't want this product. Can we remove these tabs from my tab bar? Yes, there is a possibility. What are the tabs are available on the tab bar? We can customize them. How to customize these tabs? Now let's see practically here. Okay, clear? Now make a note of this one. Tabs. Now, Salesforce provides a collection of objects collection of objects as part of Salesforce CRM, which can be used to store the CRM related data. Salesforce provides the collection of objects. Objects means tables. For your easy understanding, I'm giving this word as well. Salesforce provides a collection of objects as part of Salesforce CRM, which can be used to store the CRM related data. To manage the data inside the objects, we have to use the help of tabs. We have to use the help of tabs. Now, tab provides a collection of user interfaces which can be used to manage the records inside the associated object. Tab provides a collection of user interfaces which can be used to manage the records inside the object. By using tab, we can perform all the DML operations. DML operations means data manipulation language. DML operations on the object records. That is, insert, update, delete, undelete, view, etc. We can perform all these operations. Now, each object contains its own tab, where object name will be in singular format and tab name will be in plural format as below. Object name and the tab name. How the object names look like, how the tab names look like. Now let me explain. Object names are like as campaign, lead, account, contact, opportunity, case, solution, product. Like that, here we are having this. So these are the various object names are available here. For each and every object, we are having a tab, where the tab names are in plural format: campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities, cases, solutions, products, etc. here. Done up to this part here? Now, yeah. Salesforce represents all the tabs on the tab bar. Tab bar. Salesforce represents all the tabs on the tab bar. Every point I will be documenting as part of these notes. You no need to refer any other materials. You no need to refer any other documents. Whatever the notes that I'm giving in the class, that is sufficient to crack your interviews. There is no chance to go for out of the scope. Every point, every concept, every in detail, I will be covering over here. Don't worry about the functionalities.
Firoz, can you
But just
scroll?
you have to spend some time. Okay, just you have to spend some time to do the practice. That's it. Okay, not much time. Daily half an hour. That is sufficient. When moving forward, if the requirement is looking like as a bit complex, then we can spend 1 hour of time daily. That is sufficient. Do the practice on regular basis. Don't make the things pending here. Okay, it will be very easy to understand.
Can you please scroll up a bit, please?
Okay. Done.
Yes, sir.
Now, so now whatever the tabs are available, okay, as part of my application, all the tab names will be visible on the tab bar. So now, whatever the tabs are available on the tab bar, I want to customize them. I don't want all these tabs. Now, sometimes you can raise a question in, so now, sir, as part of my business activity, as part of my daily business, okay, then I'm not using all these tabs. I'm using campaigns. I'm using lead. I'm using account, contact, opportunity, case, and the solution. Only these things I'm not using. The remaining things I'm not using, like as charter, contracts, orders, and then we are having that like as forecasting. I'm not using all those things. So in this case, what I want to do is instead of showing all the tabs on the tab bar, which will be giving some confusion to me here. I need to search where is my option like that. So I don't want to go in this kind of confusion. I want to eliminate, I want to remove some of the unnecessary tabs from the tab bar here. I want to make it hide. Removing in the sense not deleting from your Salesforce organization. I would like to hide it because right now that is not required. Make it hide. In future, if you want, we can add it again here. Like as switch off, on, display, or it may be invisible here. Depends upon the need. Then how can we customize those tabs? Okay, based on the requirement. Now let's see. So whatever the tabs are visible, I want to show only these tabs. I want to show the home tab, campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities, cases, and the solution. Remaining I don't want because I'm not using that. So I don't want to make my user interface complex. I want to make my user interface very, very simple and lightweight. For that reason, in order to make your user interface lightweight, remove the unnecessary thing from the user interface. Make it visible whatever you want. Remaining things we can eliminate. For that reason here, we are going to be customizing. How to customize? Now, let's see practically. Okay, now, let's see. Make a note of this one. We can customize tabs to be visible on the tab bar as below. We can customize the tabs to be visible on the tab bar as below. Let me give you the steps. Go to the tab bar. Go to the tab bar and click on plus symbol. This plus symbol is called as Alt tabs. This plus symbol is called as Alt tabs. Click on Customize My Tabs button. Select the tabs to be visible on the tab bar by using Add or Remove buttons. And arrange the tabs in the required order by using up or down navigation buttons. And then click on Save button. So this is the navigation process we used to follow to customize the tabs to be visible at the tab bar. Where is the mouse? Plus. Okay. Done with these points? Now, can we go for practical? Done with the navigation now? Now, let's see. How can we do this practical? Now, let me show you. So now follow these steps. What are the steps that I'm navigating over here? Just to follow with the same steps and you can implement very easily. Now, so now my requirement is I would like to represent the home tab and I want to represent these tabs on my tab bar along with the cases and solutions. Remaining tabs I don't want because customer will be giving the requirements. The client will be giving the requirement. Client or customer both are same. So now the clients are giving the requirements here. So now they will be giving some specific order. I want this tab. Beside this, I want this one. Beside this, I want this one. They will be giving the order also. Not only representing the required tabs on the tab bar. So now I want to arrange them in the required order also. For example, I'm having this cases tab is available after these opportunities. Now, even though if I'm giving the information to the client, orders tab, cases tab is available, they won't accept that. I want this case tab after home tab. They're very much specific to the order. They are very much specific to the order. I want home tab. Beside the home tab, I want cases tab here. After that, I want solution tab. Then I want campaigns tab because the clients are very, very specific to the order. That's what Salesforce has given this option, not only displaying the required tabs, we can arrange them in the required order also based on the need. Now, then let's see how can we do this. Now let me show you with the practical use case. Now, I want to represent the tabs on my tab bar. Now let's see how can we customize. Now tell me the navigation. How can you do that? Go to the tab bar and click on plus symbol. Okay, click on plus symbol here. Now it is providing the tabs information. Now then what we can do, click on the button, customize my tabs. Okay, click on customize my tabs button. Click on Customize My Tabs button. So now it is indicating the tabs. So now here we are having a pick list control here. This is the list box. We are having this list box. Here also we are having one more list box. So now these are the various tabs are available for your organization. So these are the various tabs are available for your organization. From this one, what tabs you want to show, that we can decide. So now here in this case here, these are the tabs are currently visible. Selected tabs means these are the tabs are visible on the tab bar right now. So now this is order they are visible. If you don't want to show all, we can remove some of this by using this add or remove button. We can add something new and we can remove some of this existing one also, depends upon the requirement. Once we have selected the tabs, then we can arrange them in the required order by using up and down navigation buttons. By using this up and down navigation buttons, we can arrange them in the required order based on the client's need, and then we can able to save it. Okay. Now let's see. How can we do that? Now let me show you. I don't want this a charter, so just you can select, click on remove. Removing in the sense not removing from your application. This just we are going to be hiding from the display. That's it. Docking. Docking means what? Hiding. If you don't want, make it invisible. If you want, we can make it visible here. Okay. Now I want to show that home tab. Then I want to show campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities. I don't want forecast. I don't want contracts. If you want to select multiple, hold the control key from your keyboard. Inside your system's keyboard, hold the control key, select the multiple options also. At a time, we can remove over here. Okay, I can remove that. Now remove these options. Multiple options also we can remove over here at a time. Clear? Now, sometimes you can raise a question. Sir, I want to show these campaigns, the cases and solution of the leads. What we can do? Click on up button. So keep on, we can move it up. Depends upon the requirement. If you want to place it at the last, just you can keep on down button, make it visible at the last. Clear? Now, once you have selected the required tabs in the required order, now click on save button. Click on save, the tabs will be getting customized. So now when you go to this tab bar, we can able to see only those tabs which we have selected and in that respective order, whatever we have selected here. Clear? This is how we can customize applications just by using some mouse clicks based on our business needs. Whatever the options that you want, whatever the objects you are interacting in our daily business activity, just to make it visible over there, remaining we can able to remove from them. Okay, clear? Now, let's see. Now we are done with that customizing the tabs to be visible on the tab bar here. Next. Now I want to create a new customer record. Customer record will be storing in which object?
Lead.
Now, as part of this is Salesforce, in this object names here, which object is storing this customer's data?
Lead.
Accounts.
Leads
Accounts.
data will be storing in
Accounts.
lead object. Okay, leads data will be storing in lead object. Customers data will store in which object? Customer object. or
Accounts,
will be any
contacts,
other
and opportunities.
Contact.
Accounts, contacts, and
Whenever we are
opportunities.
converting the lead, okay, automatically Salesforce is generating in 3 objects here. Now, what are those? Account,
Accounts,
contact,
contacts, and
opportunity.
opportunities.
Account means what? Customer. So customer records will be available in account. Account means customer. Now click on accounts. But let's see here. When I click on this accounts, okay, when I click on this accounts tab, in the left panel, it is providing a small component. In the left panel, it is representing a small component. Because of this component, my user interface is visible from here. That means 30% of my browser is occupied by a small component over here. Now, this component is called as sidebar. This component is called as sidebar. This is a sidebar component. Now, that's what here. The sidebar is occupying in the left panel of your user interface. Suppose if you want to create a new customer record, just you can click on this accounts, Click on new button to create a new customer record. When I click on new, in the left panel, this particular sidebar is occupying some space. My user interface is visible from that browser here, from here. So because of that, my user interface is looking like a bit congested. My user interface is looking like a bit congested. So I don't want to show this a sidebar right now. I want to make this a sidebar collapsible. Collapsible means what? Like as a dockable, like here. Now like this. In the right side, we have a small dockable option. If you want, we can make it expand. If you don't want, we can make it collapse. It depends upon the requirement. We can expand it, we can collapse it here. So in this case, we can occupy the complete browser space to show my user interface very clearly to the user. For that reason, I don't want to show this a sidebar in the left panel here. Then how can we customize the sidebar as a collapsible? Now let's see. So basically,
Mr. Ferris,
sidebar
the sidebar is also
component.
looking like a UI, isn't it?
Sidebar is nothing but a component. Okay, sidebar is nothing but a component which provides few options. What options? It provides, okay, the recently performed actions and the quick actions and then recycle bin option. These are the three features are available as part of sidebar. This is a user interface component. This is also a UI component over here, which will be representing recently performed actions. Recently performed actions means what here? Recently created records. Recently modified records will be visible inside that section. And then we can see the quick actions also. Quick actions means what? Directly we can jump into that. Suppose for example, right now I'm in account. Now I want to create a case record. What we can do? Click on cases tab, click on new button to create a new case over here. That means two steps are available. Click on cases tab, that is one step. Click on new button, that is second step. Two steps are available. If you want to jump into that case object directly, then we can use this quick actions. Now let me show you. Right now I'm into that accounts here. If you want to create a case record, just you can go to that sidebar. Now select that option, what you want to create newly. I want to create a case. Once you click on case, directly to jump into the user interface. It's a shortcut. Directly we can jump into the feature here. That's what here these are called as quick actions. Quick actions means what? Shortcut options here. Directly we can jump into the feature. Now, so now here in this case, when coming to that sidebar, sidebar is a component which will be representing at the left panel of your user interface, which represents the quick actions and the recently performed actions and recycle bin option over here. These are the three options are available. But sidebar will occupy some space in the left panel of your user interface, but we can customize them according to the business needs. According to the business requirement, we can make it as collapsible also. How to do that? Now, let me show you with the practical use case. Clear? Understood the concept? What is sidebar? Now, let's see. Make a note of this sidebar component. Sidebar is a user interface component which will represent the recently performed actions, quick actions, and recycle bin option. It represents at the left panel of the tab or the user interface. We can make the sidebar collapsible as below. We can make the sidebar collapsible as below. Now, click on setup menu. Click on build menu in the left panel. Click on customize and expand it. Click on user interface link. Go to the sidebar settings section. Select the checkbox, enable collapsible sidebar. Click on save button. Enable collapsible sidebar and then select that save button. So this is the navigation we used to follow to customize the sidebar component. Done with the navigation? Now, let's see how can we customize this sidebar now. So now go to that setup menu. As soon as once you click on the setup menu, in the left panel, it is providing the setup menu options. As part of setup menu options, 4 menus will be visible to you. Okay, there are 4 menus. First one, administer menu. Second one, build menu. Third one, deploy menu. Fourth one, monitor menu. These are the 4 menus are available. Okay. Upon click on the setup menu, in the left panel in the setup options, you will be having 4 menus. Administer menu, build menu, deploy menu, monitor menu. These are the 4. Then what exactly this each and every menu represents? Basically, administer menu is used to configure the features inside the organization. In order to do the administration means what? Controlling. Okay, controlling here. So now, as an administrator, I would like to control the whole organization. What applications should be visible? What features will be visible? And what users can access my organization? What permissions needs to be granted for each and every user? How to activate the user? How to deactivate the user? Everything we can able to control with the help of administer menu. So simply like settings. When you go to the mobiles, we'll be having a settings option, right? Like the similar bits, like as the settings. Okay. Now, so now here we can able to control the visibility of the features, user management, permission management, data management, everything we can do with the help of administer menu. Next. So now, if you want to build your own custom functionalities, If you want to build your own custom user interfaces, custom business logics by using Force platform, by using this CapEx programming and the Visual Force programming, then we can use the help of build menu. That means what? Building something new. We can build something new. We can develop something new. For that one, we are using the help of Apex programming and Visual Force programming over here. That means Force platform. By using Force platform, we can build our own custom features as well. Next, once the features has been implemented, we can deploy the features to that other environment. That means to the client's machine with the help of we can deploy. Deployment in the sense installations. Once the application development has been done, once it has been tested perfectly, if the application is working very fine, then we have to install this application in the client's environment. So that is called as deployment. To deploy that application, we are using this deploy menu features. Now, once application has been installed into the client's machine, from there the client will be using that application. Upon using this application by the client, if the client is facing any issue with the application, we have to give the support because we have developed that application. Okay, we have developed the application, so we have to give that support also to that client. So to check the healthy checkup of the system, whether it is working properly or not. If the application is giving some issue, then why the issue has been comes up, how to fix that, everything we can troubleshoot with the help of monitor menu here. Monitor menu is used to troubleshoot the issues which has been raised with the application, and we can fix those issues as well here, and we can verify the healthy checkup of the system. So for that reason, we are using the help of monitor. These are the 4 menus. We can configure the application features. We can develop the new features. We can deploy the features, and then we can able to monitor the features also, so that we can able to give the troubleshooting that issues as well. Okay, these are the 4 menus. Now let's go to the build menu in the left panel. In this build menu, we are having this menu options are available. Customize, create, develop, lightning bolt. These are the options. Go to that customize because I'm not building anything new. I'm customizing some existing features because I'm new to Salesforce. I don't know how to develop. I don't know how to write the code. Just now I'm slowly learning Salesforce features here. Now I want to customize initially. When moving forward, then once I'm feeling comfortable with the Salesforce functionalities, then I will develop my own functionalities by my own. So I don't want to develop anything here. I'm not creating anything, just I want to customize. So click on customize option. So once you click on this customize option here, at the last in the customize, you will be having one option called as user interface. When you come down here, you will be having an option called as user interface option. As part of this customize, we have an option called as user interface. Select this user interface option to customize that user interface related settings. Click on user interface related settings. Here we have a section called as sidebar settings section. We have a section called as sidebar settings section. Select the checkbox enable collapsible sidebar. Okay, select the checkbox enable collapsible sidebar. So make that sidebar as collapsible. Whenever I want, I will expand. Whenever I don't want, I will collapse, so that I can occupy the complete browser space. Now select the checkbox enable collapsible sidebar and then click on save button. Now done. I'm done with the customizations now. Now let's go to that accounts tab. Now tell me, do we have the sidebar here? No. So now when I click on this new button, do you have the sidebar? No, sidebar is in collapsible mode over here. So we can occupy the complete browser space to show our user interface very clearly. Now, sometimes you can raise a question, sir, I want the sidebar here. I want to see. I want to use those features. Then what we can do? In the left panel, it will be having the sidebar option is available here for expansion. Just you can expand. We can able to use the features. If you don't want, we can make it collapse. We can expand. We can collapse. Clear? According to the requirement, we can able to customize these features also. Don't make it visible always on the screen, because here it unnecessarily it will be occupying some space on your browser. That's what make it as collapsible. Occupy the complete space to show your user interface very clearly to the users. Clear? Understood the concept now? Next. So now let's see how can we manage the records. How to manage the records inside our objects. That means how can we create some new records, how to modify some existing records, how to delete the records, how to restore the records here. Okay, now let's see. Now, for example, assume that here today a new lead person has visited my campaign. Today, a new lead has showed interest in our product or services. We are conducting some campaign today here, like as in Madhapur. Regarding some products, we are conducting some campaigns. During this campaign, a new lead person showed interest. A new lead person showed interest in our product or services. Now, as a marketing person, it is my responsibility. I need to collect that lead person details. I need to store inside my CRM application. Where we can store this lead data? In which object we need to store? Campaign object,
In leads.
lead object, account
Leads
object,
Leads.
case object, where? Lead
Leads.
object.
Leads.
Because all the lead records information will store in lead object. Customers records information will store in account object. Cases information will store in case object here, like the similar way. Okay, so now all the lead records information is available in that lead object. So now I want to create a new lead record. I want to store that. Assume that this is the person here. He is one of my lead. Now, just now he showed interest in our product or service. So, as a marketing person, I'm collecting this person details. I'm storing inside my application so that my sales people can contact this person. They will sell out the product. They will convert the person from lead to customer here. Okay. Now, let's see. So now I'm creating a new lead record. Now tell me how can we create? Just click on Leads tab. In order to manage the lead records, click on this Leads tab. Once you click on this Leads tab, here we are having this recent leads section. We have a button called as New button in order to create new lead record. Now, click on New button. As soon as once I click on this New button, it is asking you to provide that lead details here, like as a salutation of the lead person, like as Mr., Miss, or Mrs., or Doctor, or the professor, or what. So now here it is asking you to provide your salutation, first name of the lead person, last name of the lead person, company name, title, lead source, campaign, industry, annual revenue of the lead person, phone number of the lead person, mobile number, fax number, email ID, website, and we can store the current lead status, rating value, number of employees, address information, everything here. Now, here we are having so many controls are available here. Let's see. Different types of controls are visible to you over here. Like we have few text boxes. These we know. It's a normal text box control here. This control is called as what? Drop down. As part of Salesforce, this control is called as pick list. Okay, pick list control. Pick list control means what? It will populate a list of options to you. It will populate a list of options to you. From this one, we can pick only one. That means we can select only one. That's what they have given the name as pick list. Generally, in other programming language, this is called as drop down. Next. The next one. This control is called as lookup. Okay, it's a lookup control here. It's a lookup control here. This icon is called as lookup icon, which will be opening a dialog box over here to select some data. Now, it's a lookup control. And then remaining controls, you know. This is the text area control over here, where we can able to enter some address information also in multiple lines as well, depends upon your requirement. The remaining controls are similar. You know that here. Now tell me what exactly this each and every text box will represent here. What exactly these particular text boxes are pick list controls or check boxes, lookup controls representing what? Customer info.
Delete
Right.
information.
Now, it will be representing that leads data over here. Now, for example, let me explain what exactly each and every text box control or pick list control will look like. What exactly it represents. Now, let me explain the concept here. For example, today, I want to store my customers' data so that I'm having the customer object. I'm having this customer object. Now, this is the table that we have. Simply, I have the table. To manage the records in the table, we require user interfaces, right? Yes. To manage the data, to insert, to update, to delete, whatever, we require user interfaces. Now, I want to insert the records only. For that one, I need a user interface. Assume that this is the user interface which I have designed. So, this is the user interface which I have designed. So now in this user interface, I will enter some data to store my customer record here. Today, a new customer has visited. I'm giving the customer code as some C, okay, 400501. This is the first customer code. Customer name as some Ram Kumar. That means customer name as Ram Kumar. Contact number, I'm giving some value. Now, email ID I'm indicating as ram@some gmail.com. Ram@some gmail.com. So once the data has been entered, when you click on save button, what will happen now? It will automatically create a record inside the table. So immediately it will be creating a new record inside your object automatically by default here. It will create a new record over here. Now tell me how this user interface will know so what data should store in which columns over here. As soon as once I click on this save button, this column data, this text box will be storing inside this customer code. This name will be storing in name column. This phone number will store in phone number column. This email address will store in email ID column. That means there is a link is available between this. Every text box is linked with the table column over here. So this each text box, each pick list control, each list box control, each lookup control, these are going to be representing. It may be any kind of control also. This each control is representing the column inside your table over here. Because these are nothing but columns of your table. Clear? Understood the concept now? These are all representing columns in the table over here. Now, let's see here. In this case, inside your lead table. So this is the lead table that we have. In this lead table, lead owner is a column. Salutation is a column. First name is a column. Last name is a column. Company name is a column. Title column. Lead source. Company. Industry. Phone. Fax. Mobile. These are nothing but columns of your lead table. In that lead table, these are all columns. These columns are also called as fields in Salesforce. These are called as fields. Now, field means columns in the table. Object means what? Table. That's it. Okay. Object means table. So in the real world, we are calling it as a table and a column. In Salesforce, we are calling it as object, field. Object means table, field means columns over here. Okay. Now, that's it. These are all the columns inside the table, that is lead. Now today I am creating a new lead record inside my lead object here. Today, a new person has showed interest in my product or services. Now, for example, he is the lead person over here. Okay, he is the lead person. He showed interest in our product or service. Now, I'm collecting the lead person details. I'm storing that lead data, and I will be creating the lead record over here. Clear? Now, let's see. So now tell me here, I would like to specify the first name and the last name of the lead over here. Now here I'm indicating the lead first name as some Ramesh. Last name as some Kumar. I'm indicating like as Kumar here. You can give any name, whatever you want. Now the company name I'm indicating, for example, Infosys Incorporation. Now this lead person is working in Infosys. Title, he is a technical lead. He is a technical lead. Lead source through the web. Okay, through our company website, we have captured the lead over here. Now the campaign, now here we no need to select the campaign, it's an optional. So now tell me in this case, in this text boxes, what text boxes are mandatory, which are optional? How do we know?
The boxes which are marked as
Now,
red
in this,
color are
now
mandatory.
it is indicating with red color. Generally, when you go to that applications, mandatory columns will be marking with that red color star symbol. But in Salesforce Classic, only in Classic, not in Lightning. In Salesforce Classic, each mandatory field will be represented with a red color bar symbol. This red color bar symbol is indicating this is a mandatory information. Okay. Now, when you like go to the Lightning, you will be having that same star symbol is available over there. Okay. This is the standard notation. Now, I'm indicating the industry. Now, this lead person is working in Infosys. Infosys is a technology organization. That means it's a software. So I'm indicating technology. Annual revenue is, I'm indicating some 19 lakh 50,000. His annual revenue is 19 lakh 50,000. I'm giving the phone number, mobile number of the customer, fax number of the customer, email ID of the customer, like as some ramesh.kumar@some gmail.com. This is the email ID of the customer here. Website I'm indicating as some gmail.com. Okay, gmail.com. Lead status, okay, it is indicating open, not contacted. Now, rating value I'm giving as hot because hot means what? Now let's see. Generally, rating in the sense what kind of options will be available to you? Rating will be like as high, medium, low. These kind of options will be available here. But Salesforce is using a different terminology like as hot, warm, cold. Hot means high, warm means medium, cold means low. Just the terminology difference here. Now, here you can raise the question, sir, my customers are not educated people, so they don't know what is this hot, warm, cold. They can understand high, medium, cold. Okay, high, medium, low, they can understand. Do we have any option to customize these options? I want to remove these three options. I will add high, medium, low. Can we add? Yes, everything is customizable here. All the options are customizable according to your business requirement over here. If you want to add some more, we can add. If you want to customize the existing one, we can customize. If you want to remove some of the existing one, we can remove. You can do everything. All the options are customizable options here. Okay. Now, so now I'm giving the heart rating for this customer because the customer, the person, lead person is okay, ready to buy some more number of products over there. Now, I'm giving the street information like as for example 306. I'm indicating this information like as some Sai residency, some Srinagar colony, some road number 2. This is the street information of that lead person. City I'm indicating as Hyderabad. State some Telangana. Postal code 500 some 021. Country I'm indicating as India. These are the data. Remaining are text boxes are optional. You may specify, you may not specify here. Okay. Now, so this is the basic data of my lead person. Now here I'm indicating he is Mr. Okay. Now Mr. Ramesh Kumar showed interest, okay, in our product or service. He is one of the lead. Today we have conducted the campaign. During this campaign, he is one of the lead person who showed interested in our product or service. We have collected the lead data and then we are storing inside our database so that we can able to contact these people in future. Clear? Now, click on save button. Now, my lead record will be created successfully here. Now, my lead record has been created with the name Mr. Ramesh Kumar. My lead record has been created. Now, so whatever the
Mr.
data
There
that
is
we
one
have given for
question.
this lead, what are the data that we have given for this lead. With this data, lead record has been created successfully here. These are the details which we have given for my lead. Okay.
Mr.
Clear?
Perez, where does
Understood the
it say the
concept now?
product, like sales or services? Where does it say anywhere here, the lead details?
Now there is a product interested field.
Okay.
Okay. In which product he is interested. Clear? Understood the concept
Yes.
now? Now, this is the one of that lead record we have created. Today we have captured a lead person and then we have stored the lead data over here. Now, just click on leads tab. Now we can see that lead data. He is one of the lead who showed interested in our product today over here. Okay, this is the lead data here. Clear up to this one? How to create the record? Now, next one. So once the record has been created, in future, can I modify the record values? Yes. Lead person recently shifted to some different location. Lead person recently changed his mobile number also. He changed his email address also. Can we modify these details? Yes. At any point of time, we can modify the details also. Then how to modify these details? Now let's see. Once the record has been created, click on the record name. Okay, click on the record name, that is Ramesh Kumar. Record will be getting opened for you. Now tell me how to modify now.
Edit.
Click on edit button. Whenever if you are modifying the record, here we have two ways are available. We have two ways. First one, by using edit button. Second one, with the help of inline editing feature. Okay, with the help of inline editing feature. So what is this inline editing feature? How can we edit the record by using this inline editing? Okay, I will show you practically here. Now, let me show you the first option, how to use edit button. Now, if you want to modify the record, then just you can click on edit button. The whole record will be in editable format. The record will be in editable format over here. Make the changes whatever you want. I'm changing this salary because recently his salary has been increased to 22 lakhs. He got a promotion. So now he got an appraisal also, so that his salary has been increased to 22 lakhs. His designation also has been promoted to the next level, like as some technical architect. Technical architect. We have modified these two values. Once you are done, click on save button. Whatever the changes that you want, we can make the changes over here. Now click on save button. Now the record will be getting updated back to the database. Now the revenue has been modified. Title also has been modified. This is the way we can modify the record by using edit option. Now, second one, inline editing feature. Then what is this inline editing feature? Now let me explain. Once you click on this edit button, then whole user interface is moving into editable format here. I want to modify the phone number of that customer. I want to modify only phone number of the lead person here. Once I click on edit button, the whole user interface will be moving into editable format. Now tell me, just to make the change of one text box, is it really necessary for me to move the whole record in editable format? No. Because to move the whole user interface in editable format, it will take some more time. Suppose if my internet access is a bit slow, it will take some more time to load the page over here. At that time, people may not be having the patience to wait till the page is getting loaded. Even though the people are completely free 24 hours, but the people may not be having patience. So now here in this case here, people may not be having that much of patience to load the complete page. So in this case here, to avoid this kind of problem, Salesforce has given a feature called as inline editing feature. How to modify this record without using edit button? Now let me show you. Now just you can go to the record, place the mouse pointer wherever you want to modify. I want to modify the phone number of this lead person. I want to modify the rating value also. From hot to warm, I want to change this value here. Here I want to modify that phone number also. These two I would like to modify. Then what we can do is, once you are going to that use record, just you can place the mouse pointer. When you place the mouse pointer on this text box C, it is showing like as a pen symbol. Pen is for what? Writing. That means it's a writable, it's a editable field here. Now this is editable here. Now here also it is showing like a pen symbol here. There is a pen symbol notation is available to you. These are editable. When you place the mouse pointer on few fields, it will show the lock symbol here. That means this is a locked one, which cannot be editable. It's a read only. Okay. There is a meaning of this lock symbol here. This is also a locked field. Now, I want to modify this phone number. Just to go to the phone field, just double click on this. Okay, no need to click on edit button, double click on this one here. Once you double click on that, only the text box will be moving into editable format. So you can make the changes whatever you want. I'm modifying that here. Next. I want to change this rating also. Double click on this. Change the value to 1 here. Now, so now it is indicating that. Boss, so now these are the two text box values you have modified here. And then, but these changes are not updated back to the database here. Just now I have modified in the user interface level, these are not updated back. That's what it is indicating with the orange color symbol here. It is indicating in the orange color symbol to indicate these values have been modified in the user interface level, but these are not committed back to the database. So in this case here, to update that, we have to click on save button. Okay, save button, record will be updated back. Clear? These are the two ways to update the records. Now, next, third one, delete option. How to remove the record? Can we delete the record? Yes. Now, how can we delete? Click on delete button. Click on delete button. It is asking for the confirmation. So now, really, are you sure you want to delete the record or not? Yes. Click on OK button. Now record will be deleted here. So now my record has been deleted. Clear? Now tell me, my record has been deleted permanently. Do we have any chance to restore my record back? Yes, there is an option.
Yes.
Where is that option?
Recycle.
Recycle bin. Where is that recycle bin?
Sidebar.
Inside that sidebar, right? So whenever we are deleting the record from the object, record will not be deleted permanently from the Salesforce object. Record will be available inside your recycle bin. From there, we can restore the record back to that actual object. Now, how to go to the sidebar? Expand the sidebar. Next, click on recycle bin. Click on recycle bin. Now, what we can do? I want to restore the record. Select the record to checkbox here. Click on delete button. Clear? Now let's come to the point here. Here there is a question in the interview point of view. It's a common question in every interview. It's a common question in every admin certification 201. Whenever I'm deleting the record will be coming into recycle bin. Okay, fine. Then how long time this record will be placing inside the recycle bin? How long time? Generally, when you
That
go to
you
the
have been
Gmail,
defined
okay, now
90 days.
when you go to the Gmail, whenever I'm deleting any email from your inbox, those emails will be available inside your trash folder or bin folder for 30 days, 30 days. But in Salesforce, deleted records will be available inside the recycle bin for 15 days, 15. This number will be fixed. It may be any edition also. It may be paid edition, free edition. This will be fixed, which cannot be customizable here. Deleted records will be available inside the recycle bin for 15 days, 15 days. So now within this 15 days of time, at any point of time, you can restore the record back to your actual object as it is. Suppose if you did not restore the record back to the actual object, if the record is older than 15 days inside your recycle bin, those records will be deleting the Salesforce permanently from your object without giving any prior notification. Without giving any prior notification to you, Salesforce will be removing those records permanently from the Salesforce objects once the record is older than 15 days. Okay? Clear? Understood the concept now? It's a common question in every interview and in admin certification 201 also. Deleted records will available in the recycle bin for 15 days. Okay? Now, I want to restore it back. Select the records checkbox, click on undelete button. Record will be restored back to that actual object. Undeleting is nothing but getting that record back. Now go to the leads. You will be having your record as it is. Clear? This is a way we can manage the record. We can insert, we can update, we can delete, we can undelete. Now tell me, have you written any code till now to do these operations? Now. So now we are not using any code. How we did this operation? By using some mouse clicks over here. By using some user interfaces. These user interfaces has been given by what? Salesforce in the form of what? Tab. So as part of this, okay, leads tab, we are having all these user interfaces to create a record, to modify the record, to delete the record, to view the record, to restore whatever the user interfaces are required. All these user interfaces are available inside your tab. That's what I told you. Tab provides a collection of user interfaces through which we can perform all this DML operation. We can insert, we can update, we can delete, we can undelete, we can view, we can do everything, all the operations.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay? Clear? Now, will you able to do the practice on this one? Now, do the practice on these features today. Customizing the tab bar tabs, customizing the sidebar, and managing the records. Now I showed you on this, okay, lead object. Do the practice on account and the contact opportunity also over here. Okay. Now, do the practice on these features here. Tomorrow I will show you how to view the records, how to customize this recent records section, and then tomorrow we'll see a concept called as enhanced list view control. What is this enhanced list view control? How can we add our own filters? We'll see practically, and then we'll see the concept of object ID and the schema ID concepts over here, okay, which are very, very important. Clear? Now, then I will show you how to create our own custom applications. Like this, instead of using this ready-made, how to create our own custom application by using mouse clicks, I will show you that. Okay? Do the practice on these features today. Don't make the things pending. If anybody is not yet done with your creating the Salesforce account, please create the Salesforce account today. Do the practice on these features. So tomorrow's topics will be very, very easy for you. Okay? Thank you.
Excuse me,